Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Age of Umbra.
Yes!
Before we jump into our episode tonight, we do have some announcements to get through, beginning with tonight's sponsor, Ravensburger, and their new game, Horrified. Sam?
Terror is in the eye of the beholder. Finally, the iconic monsters of D&D meet the award-winning co-op board game, Horrified, Dungeons and Dragons. You'll face classic D&D monsters like the Red Dragon, Mimic, Displacer Beast, and of course, the Beholder, a terrifying creature with multiple eye stalks that can reach out and get you anywhere. Which reminds me, I think I left my water bottle over by you, Ashley.
Oh, do you want me to hand it to you?
You know what? No, I got it. There we go. With immersive themes and impeccable aesthetics, Horrified Dungeons & Dragons introduces new gameplay elements inspired by D&D, complete with a D20.
Sam, how did you do that?
You mean sell this product so well, Matt?
No, how did you reach all the way over to Ashley?
Oh, she's not that far, Matt. By the way, you have a little bit of mustard on your lip.
I hate this. You have a beholder stock. So I'm kind of legitimately terrified.
No, I think you mean Horrified, Matt. You can be one of the first to get Horrified Dungeons & Dragons. Pre-order now by scanning the QR code on your screen. Okay. Wait, pull it down. And if you're going to be at Gen Con, be on the lookout. Be on Be on the lookout for an exclusive Horrified D&D pin at the Ravensburger booth. Oh, hey, Laura. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry. Can I grab that apple, Laura?
No.
I need it over here, though. I need it. Yes. I win. I can win too. You can win too when you pre-order Horrified Dungeons & Dragons today at, rav.wiki/CR Horrified. But wait, there's more. Don't forget to check out the Horrified Dungeons & Dragons Everything is Content episode on Tuesday, June 24th, airing on Twitch, YouTube, and Beacon.tv at 7 p.m. Pacific. Thank you, Ravensburger, for sponsoring this episode. Now, Matt, hand to you.
There's three now.
Get off.
Where's your third one right now?
Liam, yeah.
That's a crit.
Okay.
Sure is. Get that
Fantastic.
Great start.
Tell us
10
what
and 10.
number you double. Okay, 10.
So
10 and
chill.
10.
Take that
So
hope.
great. So
Tom,
take
taking
that
that
hope,
hope
stress.
and clearing the stress.
Take
that makes
hope,
life
clear
a
that
lot.
stress.
We should like all get a host.
I feel like you keep taking mine.
I agree.
Yeah, and I should
Actually,
get a
yes,
fear
that one's better.
every single time any of you
Hey,
roll.
let's not do that.
Okay.
Let's not do
I'm just
that.
saying, we balance the rules as we
All
need.
right.
Or we'll stick with how it goes.
Okay.
But the rampart begins to grow slightly more precarious the further in you go. The tide seems to be rising. As what was once a gentle crashing of water becomes heavy waves. Occasionally the spray of sea catches your cheek from the left-hand side. And part of your imagination wanders to imagine this wall being swallowed whole before you can get across. You don't catch it because you're focused on the path ahead. But the rest of you hear...
Getting hungry. Sorry.
Was that your tummy?
Yeah.
I have
Another sound,
chestnuts.
just
From
like
eating at the
that.
bridge.
That was kind of behind you. Another one, also behind you, but almost to the other ear.
That wasn't me.
I think we're being followed.
That's a no bonus to your final roll. Roll an agility check for me.
Minus. Oh, Matthew fucking Mercer.
-6.
What did he roll?
Does a crit happen here? Does that work?
Oh!
Like a crit with fours?
crit happens.
Look at the confidence.
Mathematically, you guys are busting
lucky.
shit up on this.
Somewhere in the
Vegas,
ether
baby.
is there's a Derola going, well done, well done.
Snitch lives.
I'll remember this.
Yeah.
Can I just have some of that? Just a little.
Just want to trade
Do you
dice?
want to trade?
Yeah.
Can we trade
Yeah, we-
fear dice?
Yeah, we can trade fear dice.
Yeah, because maybe
Maybe that'll
Actually,
happen.
I'm not going to use your fear. I'm going to use my other fear dice. There we
It's
go.
all uphill from here. And you also hear,
Something's up here now.
Does it sound like two?
you hear two communicating. As you reach close to where you imagine, there is one stretch of the rampart that for hundreds of feet is just gone. It is completely washed away, and a long bridge has been built that kind of hangs. And when the winds blow in particular, it is not safe to traverse. Thankfully, the wind is not as strong right now, but you know it's not that far ahead.
Right.
You also hear,
Oh, Jesus.
as the wind kind of picks up slightly, the wet creaking of heavy iron.
I know what this is. We're on a Foley stage of a movie editing place.
No chains, but as you've been looking down and in front of you, it is pitch black except for what little bit of like moonlight occasionally escapes through the clouds, and you hear the sound. It's not from below; it's from above.
I'm going to fly up and
And
see
you
what I see.
you look over, you fly up.
Yeah.
As you fly up, your head almost hits something above you, and you move out of the way, and you see there's a large, and you've seen these before. You'd forgotten about them in the rush here, but there are large, arcing pieces of metal where cages hang, human-sized cages. And as you float up into it, it's occupied. And you see a tiny little person inside staring back at you, their fingers entwined in the cage.
Hello.
Would you like to come to the table?
What? Oh, really? Oh, snap.
Who's this now?
Who is this mystery person?
Who is this?
Just stand up and I'll put you in. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What? In a cage?
Laura Bailey, if you would like to describe what August sees soaking wet inside this metal cage hanging above the rampart.
You see in front of you a very small girl with pale white skin and pale white hair. Her dress looks kind of nice, but is tattered. And she's looking at you very innocently. Hello?
I have to warn you, it really hasn't been that long since a young girl turned into a giant black ooze monster, so I'm going to be a bit careful right now.
I'm not a giant ooze monster.
We'll be the judge of that. What's your name?
I'm Adelia. What's your name?
August. Pleasure.
We both start with A's.
We do. Why are you in a cage?
Oh, well, a very holy man put us in here. Although I don't think he was very holy. Oh, my friend! He's in a cage too. Can you let us out? We're very hungry.
August, who are you talking to up there?
There's a...
Do you have friends?
Yes, technically.
Are you a friend?
You're a light! What the fuck are you doing up there?
Do you know how to get across, by any chance?
Sure, if you let me out, I'll show you.
They're
You
offering
have to let my friend out too.
They're offering
in a
to...
cage. You should probably ask why they're in there in the first place.
Well, I did. Well, apparently a very holy
Hi.
man put them in there.
A holy man.
But you said not that holy.
Oh, she's a tiny girl.
Yes.
I am a tiny girl.
If they are considered heretics, then perhaps we should reconsider this.
Well, I'm considered a heretic technically, so...
We could just leave them and keep going.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
No.
That's a good idea.
I'm with you.
Please don't. I haven't eaten in a long time.
We don't have any food.
What do you eat, people?
No. Food.
How did you get in here?
The man put us in here.
A man?
If you get Skreev out, he can probably help you. He's very good with locks.
Which direction?
Over there.
She notes across the way, the other side of the rampart,
balls.
where the other secondary growl was
don't
coming
even know
from.
how to-
Far.
About 30 35 feet.
Oh, I'll book over there.
You're gonna fly. You're leaving. He left us.
Wait, did
Bless
you open
him.
the cage? No.
You fly off to the other side and see a secondary cage kind of dangling and
There
hanging.
was a growl over there.
Across the way, you have floated up to the secondary cage, and here you see, indeed, another figure is awaiting, far taller than the first one you saw. If you wouldn't mind coming to the table.
Who is it? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Could be anybody. Got too much stuff.
So much
too much
stuff.
stuff.
So much stuff.
Adelia?
Adelia, Adele Dazeem.
Adele.
Wait, Adelia or Adelia?
Adelia.
Adelia and
Like
Skreev.
Amelia.
Who's come over? Taliesin's character?
Yes. August.
August has come over.
So
Red Rover,
dapper
Red
spider.
Rover. Spider-Man has come.
Something is standing in the cage, waking in the cage. Oh boy.
Adelia.
Oh no.
Skreev? That's my name. What's yours?
August, you come recommended.
Oh, by whom? Adelia, did you recommend me? That's awful nice of you.
At this moment, the cage impacts hard from some sort of unseen force. As it begins to rock back just out of your vision, you see a monstrous form of some panther or tiger-like entity that has leapt onto the cage itself. The metal itself is almost bending down from the sheer weight of it, and just an inch from your face as it comes by, you see its jaw kind of open up. Where the eyes are just kind of flesh film-covered bulbs on the front, and a massive kind of red-pink snout that is filled with teeth. Along the back of its shoulders, you can see all manner of heavy fur and spines that protrude from it. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a map out to show you the
Give it to us!
I'm going to spend a fear to take the spotlight, even though you had succeeded on my end there.
You can do that?
Oh yeah, do that. I just haven't had the necessary.
Illegal.
That is literally one of the main.
book right
Go for it. Your GM moves, buddy.
Guys,
Suddenly
friendly
turned
to
into an
GMs.
80s toy commercial for a second.
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah. I've been patient as we kind of got through the rules here, but the GM can spend a fear to jump in.
Wait. All of us should do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
You can do that?
And you can too, as the GM of the game of Daggerhead.
Available at Toys R Us.
To have a tied spines protrude towards you, Brixton, and you take 11 points of physical damage as you strike it with your weapon, and the spines cut into your armor and kind of push you to the ground with a burst of pain throughout your entire circular system.
There is a gaunt motherfucker inside this cage, all bent up in a pretzel, like I am now, with scraggly white hair, on one side shaved, wrapped in leather and black cloth strips all over his body, except for a big diamond titty window right here. There is
Yes.
a silver ring threaded through the flesh of his chest. And arms are bare, and there are little rings, silver rings in his flesh there as well. And
Bring out the gimp.
he starts banging his hands on the inside of the cage, and you see there's like little black gloves or something, but you hear metal hitting metal, and he says, "Kitty, kitty, kitty, kitty," and I will use Enrapture and make a spellcast roll on the pain beast to draw its attention towards me. 15 with fear.
15.
Oh, no!
Alrighty, so that is a success.
Wait, is the ring pierced through your chest, or is it
Yes, it
under
Threaded,
the skin?
threaded. So you can see metal, slash
Skin,
metal,
metal.
slash.
That's cool.
Love it.
That's awesome.
And as he sees it looking like growling, and he just sticks a pinky under, goes,
Oh, jeez, come on!
The beast that is hanging onto the cage there as you're staring at it, you begin to clatter and let that kind of magical weave through your words, and its head
radiate weird.
kitties love Skreev. I wish they would play with
As in Rapture, it just focuses on you entirely.
Me, it blots out everything else.
The lock shatters, ice kind of out of it for a second. The iron holds from the ice, almost like filling the gaps, and it's for a moment holding the cage itself before the ice shatters and the cage impacts on the edge. It would tumble off with you in it if the beast wasn't holding onto it and focused on you. And so while the cage goes, the beast holds on you with the front of the claws and just clutches and keeps you there as the back of the cage opens on the opposite side and you step out of it.
Let's see what you got.
Hooray, Skreev!
But, watch their tails, they're a little sticky.
You watch as Skreev across the way steps free from the cage, curls around, and then just poof, gets knocked off the edge and into the darkened rain, plummets, poisoned, down.
Oh, you're poisoned too? That's great.
Sploosh, into the water, a massive column of sea foam and water just knocked up into the air.
Jackknife.
No, Skreev, Violet will save you!
And
I
with-
throw my doll after him.
The doll.
Skreev, save Violet!
Not Violet.
And Skreev goes to swim to retrieve the doll.
So Pan's Labyrinth.
Where you catch onto a part of it. You're still holding the rope, and Skreev is in the water. Dove below, just as you get there, is just gone out of sight.
Who are you? What was your name again? Skreev? Hello? I'm here to save you!
Skreev emerges clutching and
Get down! Get away from me!
you get a hoof to the jaw real fast, holding a waterlogged doll.
Take my hand? Ew. What? Ew.
Careful. And our hands clasp, and you see really rough-looking, jagged, rusty iron claws protruding from the gloves or claws strapped to his hand.
Oh, they're not part of you.
No, they're a weapon.
Oh, okay, good.
And so you pull Skreev out of the water and up onto this kind of diagonal, partially collapsed platform with the rope still in your hand.
Because I'm a badass.
On this
You
space.
watch as I just sort of go like this with the doll in hand, and I fall backward into a shadow, and suddenly roll out from behind Misty's shadow up on the ramparts, and creep around, and I come very servile to Adelia, and hold up Violet. I go to the
Thank
back.
you for saving Skreev.
I hate them both. I'm gonna throw them into the water.
Ooh, that's 21 with hope.
Take that, hoping that is a success. Roll your damage.
Definitely sleeping in the other room tonight.
The range is for far, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you can get the other one as well.
Yay! Okay, so I'm going to roll my damage, which is...
That's 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Misty, how do you want to do it?
Ooh! All right, sort of seeing this young girl and that. I am just gonna sort of move a little bit in front of the little girl and sort of put my hands out and just let the flames come out. And also, I will mark a stress because the flames from my hand, which I am at full stress now. Okay. So I am now vulnerable.
You are vulnerable.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait.
I know, I just realized this.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I think I've had stress this morning. It's been a very stressful day already.
You watch as the pain beast like flies off and splashes into the water. You see it tries to scramble up, but is not a strong swimmer as eventually the surf below takes it.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to the really tall spike that's on the rampart. I'm just gonna put my chin on it now that Adelia and Skreev are here. I'm just gonna hit my head. See you guys later.
How do you want to do this?
An arcane barrage that I'm going to spend 6 hope for.
6 hope?
Let's
Bloody
go.
powered up.
Yes, 6 hope.
10.
I've never been that hopeful.
50. It's rough out there, kids.
22.
You know what? I'm going to say the spines kind of like sink into you and you pull back right as its tail spins around to strike you from the other side. I'm going to Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and spend a fear to use its venomous tail on you again.
Use my last bit of armor. It strikes through all the leather on my back and rips it as it like razors down through and cuts and then jabs into me. August sees me clinging onto the thing's back and the tail goes thunk, and Skreev is just going.
Oh, jeez.
I hold on.
10, 11. 11 points of magic damage.
Come on.
How do you want to do
Yeah, I'll just see it jump up and say, and the bolt beacon will fire out and light it up and just start to burn it from toe up to head.
You catch it in the middle of the air as it leaps towards the wall. As you fire off, it impacts it halfway through the air, and you watch as it kind of folds. And as opposed to a landing, graceful pounce into a stop, it just tumbles into ash and burns away from divine fire.
Violet, all right?
She's a little waterlogged.
Oh, no.
But she's okay.
Goro.
Skreev, come up here. You're too far.
Coming, dear. One moment.
Is there another way?
Pretty sure.
It's terrible.
Another way, where are you going?
That's
To get
right.
to the other side?
Well, sure, you can get to the other side, but what's on the other side that you want to be at? It's all terrible over there.
Volcoro.
Oh, yes, it's terrible over there.
Why? What's
Well.
wrong with Volcoro?
Don't you think there's another place you'd want to be?
Well, there is another place we want to be.
Where's that?
Is it the Screaming Forest? Because we know that place well.
Well, we're gonna go through there too.
Ooh, all our roll-ons.
But we're gonna continue north. Keep pushing forward. Have you heard of the Barrow of Blind Repose?
That one's new to me.
I don't
What
know
is
what
it?
that is.
Then it's in the Idyl Hollows. We're looking. We're on a sacred mission. You see,
Oh, a sacred mission.
The Astral Foundry.
north of the Astral Foundry.
Oh,
Have you heard
the
of that?
Astral Foundry. Yes, of course. I know all about it.
Does she know all about it?
Oh, yes, we know all about it.
Do they know all about it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, the road ahead is treacherous.
Ooh.
We've already lost one little girl. Well, she was more of like a teenager, to be honest.
How old was she? Was she
Teenager.
older than me? I'm almost a teenager.
She was older than you.
Well, I'm better then. Plus, I'm human. I don't change into a monster. I promise.
It's debatable.
Are you two brother and sister?
Ew.
That's weird.
No.
Boyfriend and girlfriend?
Ew.
Weird.
I don't know.
This is Skreev. He's my pet. I found him in the ruins.
We sort of found each other.
Some Addams Family bullshit.
Wait, how long have you both known each other? Did you
What's
say?
it been? Little less than a year?
I had just turned 8, and I'm not 10 yet.
You're 9.
I'm 9.
That's
So less than a year.
So you met here on the rampart? Is that what?
No.
We're both city kids, so to speak. Metaphorically, I'm not a kid.
Who locked you in those cages?
Child at heart.
The Enlightened. They're very evil.
The Enlightened. Who are they?
Do we know about the Enlightened?
You have no idea.
Cool.
You said they called you heretics?
Well, only because
Only because we were onto this shit.
I think he was killing people, if we're being honest.
We are not fans of killing people.
Oh, I
I'll
don't like to
overlook
kill
it.
people either. I've only done it a couple times, and only when I was really threatened.
That sounds reasonable.
Well, it's just been the two of us for a while. Trying to get by, looking to play.
The holy man, Sanctifar was his name. Yes,
Sanctifar,
he
the
wanted
Enlightened.
us to believe, he said. Although I think he just wanted people to not believe us.
Yes, we went on a bit of a hike out of town, and we went to the waterside, and there was a big hullabaloo. There was a big sermon on the mount, you know, lots of light and razzle-dazzle.
It was really fun.
Yes.
Quite a show.
That sounds amazing.
And And then at night we didn't go to sleep because so often we don't go to sleep, do we? No. And we saw Sanctifer throwing some sacks into the water.
I think they were the people he converted. We saw them being taken in his show, and then I think he was killing them.
It was sort of like a magic act.
So we were going to tell people.
Like a ritual? Maybe he was trying to appease the old gods.
He told us he could send us on to them, to join them, and be safe from this place.
That's silly. The gods probably still walk amongst us.
You think so?
Have you seen them? What do they look like?
We have reason to believe that they might still have a presence here.
What are the reasons?
We have reasons.
What happened to your parents?
Oh, well, Father went off with a silly elf man. And I didn't see what happened to Mother, or Auntie, or my brothers and sisters. But I didn't think it was going to be nice. So that's why I hid.
And you were left all alone.
All alone. Isn't it quite sad?
But then we found each other. Underneath
Underneath what?
the city.
Oh. And this was in Volcoro?
Amber Beach.
In Amber Reach.
Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do.
Have you been there?
No, I've only seen it from afar.
I've been there. Yeah.
He's been everywhere.
I have.
Are you from there?
No, I'm not from there, but I've been through it a few times, and I even had a girlfriend there once.
Oh, yes.
A real one?
I mean, yes, she's real.
Cool.
And you watch as amongst the ranks, kind of brushing past them, a ragged-looking male elf, dark red hair with like 2 streaks of gray that comb through them. You see one ear is kind of torn off on one side, just the other pointed ear kind of peeking through. Scars across his chin. He has a spear at one side and a golden tarnished breastplate, as well as a rough brown cloak that looks muddied and dirty, and he steps forward with intention towards you. You hail from Despelok, you say?
Yes.
And you've lost your pyre.
Yes.
How did this occur?
One of our members of our settlement got infected with Umbra. We tried to save her, but it was too late. Unfortunately, she turned, and in the chaos, completely decimated the rest of the pyre keepers and extinguished the flame.
They've taken 2 steps back and raised a hand, and you watch as all the bows and arrows kind of tense back.
We are not infected. Please, we have been traveling tirelessly through the night. We
What
are 300.
assurances do we have that you are not also infected?
It would have shown up already.
Turns and looks at you, and the eyes go wide.
She's weird.
You bring a cursed vessel to our city.
She's not cursed.
I am not cursed.
She is a relic of the old ones.
Do not listen to her. Close your ears. And you watch as the soldiers kind of like the ones that had the arrows not kind of loosen them and kind of make a cloth and wrap it around their
They
head.
did tell us that you should be shifty. We forgot about that. We should.
I do have, because I am highborn,
Did you want to shit the bed some more?
I have advantage on rolls to consort with nobles, negotiate prices, or leverage our reputation to get what we want.
All right. So what do you say in your defense as the entirety of this armed force seems to be shocked as you kind of step from the trees with the rest of your troop as she's speaking, and all react in a fearful and defensive manner?
Please. Our home will cease to exist if you do not help us today. We are not infected. None of us are here to hurt you. We just seek aid, please.
You know this to be Baron Lothosharis.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause she's weird.
You We have been notified that you seek to join us for rest and trade under the auspice of a fallen pyre. You walk with a vessel that claims to be free of the Umbra's touch. Strange motley of figures, indeed.
Hi, yes, I've been here before. I briefly saw you in the past, but I've delivered and traded with your people before. There's a fine gentleman who lives here named Minias. I'm sure he can vouch for me.
Minias has been dead for 3 weeks.
Yes! All right.
To erase that, yeah, it's not needed.
You can rest at the perimeter of this wall. You will receive the protection of our guard. But you are not permitted entry.
Do I see anyone wandering around who looks a little skeevy?
Make a game recognized game, right? Make an instinct roll for me.
Oh, it's a crit.
Ooh. All right. Kind of keeping an eye out across the folks that are wandering around. The soldiers are all pretty much, their proximity to the city and proximity to each other means that they're all pretty stoic and intent in their position. You do see one fisherman who had 2 fishing rods over his shoulder and a basket, as well as a blade at his side, who was heavily cloaked and saw you guys as you first approached and kind of kept a wide berth. Hasn't crept far away and instead kind of circled around and is just hiding in the nearby brush, kind of just watching whatever transpires here. He looks like believes he's unnoticed.
I'll be back, love. And I'm gonna wander out to that bush, and I'm gonna start to take a leak next to it.
Yeah. You see he kind of gets lower and kind of tucks into the brush.
Hello, buddy boy. Good spot you've got here.
I was gathering acorns.
Mine a splash.
No business, no problem, just gathering acorns.
Right, acorns. I saw you had a bit of fish on you as well.
Walt's gonna get fish, yeah?
Are you trying to get fish? You don't have any fish on you?
No, it's early.
Oh, I was looking to buy. I have a little coin for fish. I have a lot of coin for friends. You don't by any chance know of alternative means of entering the city besides the front door, do you? I am Slyborn and have advantage on rolls to negotiate with criminals, detect lies, or find a safe place to hide.
Make a presence roll for me.
Right. That's 21 with hope.
Nice. 21 with hope.
I got the dagger heart symbol.
All due respect, I don't trust any of you to get into the city further than they would. But, I got contacts. I could sneak out some special things if you need.
Oh, what's on the menu?
Probably get you a little snap powder if you like. And you know snap powder. Snap powder is that's a fine alternate medicinal substance for a quick fix, a bit of rapid grasp of attention and focus.
I'll take a taste of that.
Oh, let me get a few fish for trade, and I'll see what I can sneak out.
Oh, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
In addition to the powder, if you have access to any toys. Literally toys.
Takes him a second to grasp. Okay.
I'm a big fan of ball and cup, but any will do.
Ball and cup. What a classic.
I just got the DLC for that. It's just a
Slowly withdraws out of the bush, stands up about 10 feet away with like the fishing rod over his shoulder, and just walks back towards the nearby river, but gives you a wink over the shoulder as he does so.
And I shake it and put it away.
Around this time, a short time later, a fisherman comes up with a couple fish at his side. Goes up next to you, Skreev, and goes like, "Hi, mate. Yeah, I got you some fish. Yeah. What you got?
What do I got?
Yeah. So you got coin?
I have, we start this game with a handful of coin, don't we?
Yeah.
I give him some of a handful.
You give him 1 or 2 handfuls.
I give him a handful of coin if you've got toys.
He reaches over and takes a fish off the hook, kind of glances over at the guards, and holds a pouch under one fish and hands it to you as he receives 1 handful. This contains no toys yet, but it does contain 2 uses of snap powder. Which snap powder, it's a consumable.
Yes.
You can heal 1 hit point by marking a stress.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So you have a handful. I can give you the other fish. Better be a very good fish. I think you like it. Okay.
Takes the other fish off the hook, and then a larger pouch kind of curled underneath. It's barely hidden by the fish, and he's like, hands it over to you, and you take it, and he gives you a nod and darts off back into the woods.
You better hope I like it.
It's like Keith Richards talking to Jack Sparrow.
Within there are 2 things. One is a whistle carved and crafted from yellow bone that's about that long. And then the other is a small glass vial that looks like it was cracked and repaired, and within it is a somewhat thick purplish substance that you've probably seen used by some of folks in your past, known as heart curdle venom.
Heart curdle venom.
Yes.
I walk over to Adelia and hold out my hands. Which one?
That one.
Oh, you guessed right. That's the one I imagined it was in.
Is it a whistle?
It is a whistle.
I love whistles.
You blow it, and the sound is unearthly. It's it's like a 2-tone trill that shifts. You ever have 2 tones that are just slightly off at the same time, and they seem to warp into each other? It's like 2 separate whistles that kind of seem to shift into just a slightly off wave, and all of the soldiers all kind of go and look over. In fact, many people in the city all glance over from far up on multiple levels. That can be heard from quite some distance.
Oops.
Good to know.
Thank you, Skreev.
Eventually, based on your request, we went to one of our faithful who looked up on what you had, and this is what they said to deliver, and hands you another note that he tears out of his book.
Is this about Adelia?
This says, in the years after the apostasy, Adelia rose as a holy warrior without sight, but instead supposed vision of the path the gods took when they left. It was said her smile gave a golden glow, and her face, it says in quotes, her face is the threshold to salvation. A following began to gather around her in the wake of the gods' absence, and her promise of following the gods to their heavenly realms beyond this domain. The following began to grow to where the grand ordinance that remained behind didn't like them drawing the flock from their faith. And thus she was branded a heretic by the remaining ordinance and executed, her eyes and face removed, and her body sealed within the tomb you speak of. The branch was laid with her, in hopes of keeping her corrupt spirit bound away.
I guess very quick introductions as we walk and talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Brixton.
Hello, Brixton.
Hi.
Skreev.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice to meet you, Skreev.
I'm Adelia Pruitt. So nice to meet you. This is Violet Pruitt.
You have a last name.
Yes.
Those are rare.
Is it?
I don't have a last name.
You had a title, though.
I do have a title.
Fancy?
I'm Idyl. This is Misty.
Hello.
I like that you're made of stone. I think that's very cool.
I like your doll.
Thank you.
And you come from where, again?
I come from... I found my way to this form. I was a floating spirit for some time.
You said you were something before. Do you remember what that was?
I do not.
No.
Like one of the floating spirits around the water?
Yes. And then I found my way, pulled down into this. My friend August here awoke the stone. And I somehow slipped into it, but I have many memories of it.
Well, you're a moaning spirit. Did you moan a lot?
I don't feel like I did. I don't feel like I did. Maybe I did. Whoa. Trying. I don't know. I don't think I did.
She makes beautiful music, though. She is a relic in herself.
I do. I make music.
What kind of music?
Oh, it sounds... I've never really heard anything like it.
Do you play an instrument?
Well, the wings are my instrument. And I also have many...
Oops.
Many boobs. And...
Play us a ditty.
All right, I'll play a ditty.
I'll play as a titty.
I'll play us a titty. You know what I'll use?
But it's stone, right?
4 wings?
You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna do... I'm gonna do a rally song. So you just hear, she fully spreads her wings out, and as her sort of wings bristle on the wind, it almost sounds like wind chimes, but also almost like when you play on a keyboard and it's the synth pad, that it's like all the angels singing. It's like 4 of them to a key. It just sounds sort of otherworldly but beautiful and relaxing. And you all gain a d6 to add to an action roll, a reaction roll, a damage roll, or to clear a number of stress equal to the dice result.
Skreev just stares at you and then rolls around somersaulting and then stands up and stares at you and then rolls around some more and then stares at you. Fascinating.
And then, as Misty said, this is August.
We've met.
And
Very dashing with that hat.
that is the valiant Snyx.
I mean, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm Snyx. I'm not valiant.
He's
usually,
the
but
deadliest among
Extremely
us.
brave.
So brave.
I can run really fast, but when we're gonna need to, because we're heading into the screaming forest, and it's bad.
Show me. Run to that tree.
Okay.
30 yards.
I run to that tree.
Pretty quickly.
How did you
Turn
break
around.
your horn?
How did I break my horn? Oh, well, it's dangerous out there in the wastes.
Come back for the tree.
New Year?
I was attacked. Sorry, I just got to catch my breath.
Do you want some water?
Charlie good.
Sure.
A hamster?
A little animal.
Goat's drink?
Yes.
I don't know how animals work.
Hamster in a cage. A little drip bottle.
The little ball.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. That's all I'll say. It's dangerous out there. I don't know if you've
Nice change.
spent much
of
time
pace.
out there, but it's
But he has felled many beasts.
So many.
many by accident, if I'm being honest. I mean, I was just trying to get away, and they just kind of died.
Felled or felt?
Deadly kick.
Felled? Killed?
Felt or felled?
Felled?
Veld.
I can't tell the difference. What did you say?
Veld.
Did you touch
No tea.
beasts?
We move on.
If you want to go into the forest, the trees talk to us.
You two specifically?
No, everyone. You'll hear it too.
And you can see the water of the bay spills into small streams of brackish water, where that low mist kind of gently flows through. As you do, you hear a sound. A sound that you took in the past to mean the trees were talking. It sounds like a low hum.
Do you hear it?
That's the talking you mentioned?
Singing. Can you hear it?
Trying to look above, I am.
You gain a hope, but you don't see anything in the vicinity. And you hear it again. A second source, not
What do
far
we do,
away.
August? What do we do?
They're gonna tear from the sky, kill anything that comes at us.
You don't see anything, but you're on the cusp of the waters here, with the ghost still pondering out. Dense undergrowth beneath the trees, and amongst where this kind of murky water pours, there are raised hills and little pressing areas where you can kind of hide in alcoves amongst the multicolored yellow and orange moss. And you all push into there, and the buzz gets quieter.
Skreev is rocking in his crouch and tugging at the ring in his chest.
As you're sitting there kind of
So funny, Skreev.
breathing as slowly and carefully as you can, you hear,
It sounds cute.
and you glance over into the moss to your left, that kind of yellow and orange moss, a little dark eye opens up, and it kind of peeks through to you, and you see a little, like a mushroom crest, maybe about a foot and a half across, and a little dark eye, and another that opens up, and it kind of pulls forward, looking to you with a cocked head.
Hello, friend. Oh,
Kind of like withdraws slightly back into the alcove and just kind of stares at you.
we didn't mean to disturb. We're just, keeping our heads down for a minute.
Hello, oh.
Does anyone speak mushroom?
Hello. Do you want to play? What's your name? Try to pet it.
You reach and scratch its head a little bit, and it's kind of spongy and soft. And it kind of like leans a little into it. One of its little black beady eyes kind of blinks a little bit.
Scratching its brain.
And you like hear. And you see from the nearby moss a few others
Not
kind of like
miners,
blink, blink,
miners.
blink, blink. And they'll kind of communicating a bit.
I'm gonna stand behind Brixton, just sort of using. She is my shield.
Yes, I am your shield. I puff up a
You see
little.
the three of them kind of step out of the moss and kind of like move there. You can now see like arms kind of and kind of legs, and they're you know about 3.5 feet tall, a little taller than you even, as they kind of like. And the one that you were kind of scratching kind of steps forward a little closer.
I don't trust it as much anymore.
It reaches for your doll.
I am.
Don't reach for Violet. Violet is very shy.
Could we give it something else?
And it charges you. I need to put a map down. The hill above you seems to shake as the moss that's hanging over this overhang hangs slightly. And as all those three fungus figures kind of, after they withdraw from the strike, the magic pushing them back from your rune ward, they And you hear,
Is it Daddy? Is it Mommy?
No, what is that sound? Why are you able to do that?
as the very alcove you were hiding under seems to shift and come to life. As it maneuvers and
Fucking Vader.
That's so cool.
Oh, jeez.
Shit.
is going to...
That's so cool.
I'm going to spend a fear to do funky backup.
Funky backup.
It's going
Funky
to conjure
backup.
2 more fungus.
Funky backup.
They all pull out bases.
They all pull up in the base.
The Rot Lord reaches out with its massive arms, and as you look now, the clusters of fungus around it have discoloration of all types and sorts, but things hang and shift and move as it does, and you notice that parts of its body are comprised of other bodies.
Yep.
There are at least 4 other humanoid corpses that arms and legs dangle from its limbs, or partially or slowly being consumed and sent back to the nature around it from within, of which it grabs August and pulls you into its form.
Does the arm that grabs August look like Caduceus clay?
Hey. Oh, that's not nice.
I fly up out of the water under its grundle and start clawing my way up and tearing away with my little mini iron claws.
Have you no decency?
I start at the grundle and I move up its belly and I go, and I can see stone. Girl, now! And I do a barrel roll into the water.
Do a barrel
Roll! Barrel rider.
This is the tag team.
Yeah, this is our tag
Are you
team.
tag
This is me
Yeah.
opening up its underbelly so that
I'm
All
gonna
right.
unleash chaos into its belly.
Let's go.
I make Violet do a barrel roll. And then I send magic from
Oh my
God. Ooh. I got 17 with hope as well.
That's
but I
great.
added a 1.
That's 18 with hope for both of you.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
So that's 16 plus 4, that's 20 damage.
That is a severe wound.
31.
31 points of damage.
31?
Together.
Together?
Together.
Doesn't double its severe, but it's close. So that is 3 hit point wounds on it, onto the Rot Lord, which spits out your friend there. Oh, goodness. Man, I'm not getting to use my engulf ability. That makes me sad. For now.
Are you also attacking the grundle?
I'm also attacking the grundle.
After you.
I'll do a quick barrel roll. It kind of hurt. This time I will rear back with my boomerang, and instead of throwing it at the beast, I will throw it at August.
Ooh, proper.
I take my needle and I fire the thread and I grab it and I start to swing it in a long arc and then reel it in at just double the speed as this thing normally moves.
Hell yeah.
Right
Awesome.
into it.
Go ahead and roll your attacks.
That's 22.
22 total points of damage.
22 points of damage.
Yes.
How do you both want to do this?
I think the boomerang
I mean, 3 tag teams in a row is gnarly.
circles several times, and then at some point it goes back to your hand, and we both pull to slice.
Okay.
Goat and spider undefeated.
I pull with my cloven hoof hands.
And then I barrel roll.
And then we both barrel.
As you carve through it, the spores spill out and it falls and kind of sinks into the swamp. The brackish water beginning to slowly let it dissolve as it returns to the land from whence it came. Oh, also, we're down to the count of 1 because of your failure on that one.
Your failure.
That feels terrible.
Sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way.
That is my nightmare. It's all your fault.
You didn't study for the trial?
No.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Why don't I have pants on?
Why am I naked?
Those. I'm going to expend 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to spend 4 hope.
Whoa.
Big spender. So that's
I look up at them flying, and I'm going to see them as the most beautiful fairies that I read in my storybooks.
That's your move.
And I'm going to use my experience. I'm going to spend a hope to use my experience, pure imagination.
Love it.
What is that?
It's the skill of disassociating.
Yeah.
We're all very familiar with that
We're all
one.
very familiar and good at it.
And then I'm going to unleash some chaos on the one in front of me.
And I will slash. Oh no. 18 with fear. Sorry.
That's okay. That is a success.
Okay, I'm gonna try to lop off his head with my boomerang, and then put his mushroom cap on my head, so that from above maybe he thinks I'm just a little mushroom guy.
All right. So yeah,
Are you being a
you
sneaky little
sever the
mushroom?
head and then throw it onto your head to try and hide it. Go ahead and make a presence action roll to see if you can try and quickly plaster yourself off as one of the caustic
13
fungus.
with hope. Well, 13 with hope. But I had
13.
already rolled a fear before that.
I know, but just,
yeah, okay.
just the scenario there. All right. So you, as far as you know, you're hiding well with the fungus on your head.
They'll never suspect me.
13. This dives down to strike you again. Unfortunately, it wasn't high enough to quite convince
I
it.
don't even see him coming because I've got a big mushroom cap on.
It's going to dive down. 17. Man, you guys are rolling real good on here.
Just
Get to him.
I mean, I can.
And everyone die.
Oh!
Good.
Oh!
There we go. Thank you. I'll do this right. This one's going to fly back over this way a little bit. That's fine. Stop yelling when I do it. I had a fear every time he did.
Stop yelling.
Did we call the surgeon?
And I'll spend the fear to activate this one. Stop! He's going to... Silence settles in for a minute, and the buzzing of their wings tapers off to the familiar quiet of the screaming forest, until the wind picks up slightly. And as it does, the trees shift and rattle into what sounds like the mingling of whispers. As the branches scrape and turn, almost like a cricket's legs create this awful, unsettling sound surrounding you. But whatever is going to happen next, you know you have to move. Because something knows you're here. Laura Lee, and welcome to the Age of Umbra.
Yeah! This is so fun!
This is so cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Your name was Steve, right?
Steve.
Yes.
Classic Steve.
But it's called The Hive?
It's been
It's been.
it's been repurposed.
You said something about your grandfather.
Yeah, what was
Yes,
that?
your rune thing, and you were...
Grandfather.
Thank you,
Thing.
grandfather.
Well, why don't you ask me some questions while we're playing?
We are playing right now.
Yeah, we're playing right now.
Yeah.
Cool down, play.
What's the deal with your grandfather? Right. No.
Tell us your entire backstory.
Why do you guys have white skin and white hair?
Cooldown only.
For beacon
You know
members
what,
only.
though? That is pretty
They're
fun.
gorillas.
Liam and I both just created our characters separately, our physicality, and then when we looked at them, we made like identical.
No way,
Yeah.
you did?
That's
cousins.
really
The
fun.
Identical
wavelength, y'all.
They're,
Yeah.
You think of the twins.
so
Yeah.
cool.
I love it.
Yeah, like we saw each other's art and started laughing. I don't know.
I
how
love
we
it.
did it.
You're both so cool. I love both your characters so much.
Me too.
I want to make you both hats.
Turn us into hats?
Well, I mean,
Maybe. So, technically, given the circumstances here mid-session, I think it's good for you guys to level up to level 2.
They just got here!
We've been through before we got here. We were in cages.
I was hungry.
So, at the top of the next session, before we jump into the narrative, we're going to go ahead and do some leveling up, and I'll introduce me like, let everyone know that like, before we jump into the actual game tonight, we're going to go ahead and do some character leveling level 2 after the escape from this last battle, the assemblance of the group, and the charge towards Amber Reach. a little bit of this experience has pushed you all to some new knowledge and some new capabilities.
Do we want to do it in the episode, or do we want to do it as its own little clipped out little bonus content?
You tell me. What do you want to do?
Just so we don't cut into our precious narrative.
What you're telling me is that you want to do it as a lone cut. Let's do it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, let's do it. Okay, then after this cooldown,
but then
we'll go ahead
maybe
and
we
we'll
can
film
do like the more long one, and then at the top of the episode we can be like, I took this, so it's not
That
like
works.
20 minutes of us leveling up.
That's valid.
My wife.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I love
Good job,
it.
Matt.
Great job, you guys. I'm excited to see where
So
this chase
fun.
progresses, and you guys are not that far from the gate of Amber Reach. This is where it gets real fun. All right.
This? It's already been so fun, Matt.
This has been the prelogue, or the prelude, prologue, the prelogue.
Prologue.
Spread your legs
The big log.
and get out there.
Legs.
I can no longer talk.